So the next part we're going to take a look at is Unit 5, the lesson number 1 for the Frontal Movement Skills course. So our core competencies in fair play. So again, you've got these PDF documents. They've been provided. So I'll just go through and I'll just talk to them a little bit to sort of help things out. So here again, you can see what the core competencies of NCCP are. So problem solving, valuing, critical thinking, leading, interacting. Quite similar to what we do in the education system, what you're doing every day in class. It should look something like this all the time. Looking at what fair play means, and also the key ethical requirement in the end is to do no harm. So what you're doing should not harm anybody. Not that people usually create things with the purpose of harming, but it's to making sure you take a look at the safety situation around it. So in this activity right here, it starts off with a variety of different words and values, and so you're supposed to take a look at these and cross out ones you think should be discouraged, right? So again, things like selfishness would be something, arrogance, jealousy. So again, you can read these and make a decision on your own as to which ones you think should and shouldn't be there. It then asks you to think a little bit about what do you think, what are some things you've liked about good leaders that you've had? So it could be a teacher, could be a coach, anything like that. And then some things that you didn't like about perhaps poor leaders. And this might give you an idea of some of the things that those people do or did that perhaps in your mind, shouldn't have been done, or some practices that could be changed. Then it talks about some of the core competencies. So it talks about positive interactions and negative interactions. We looked a little bit at this in terms of where youth sports going. And often after the game, it's a negative interaction. It's all talk about what was done wrong or what should have been changed, those types of things, as opposed to the positive interactions. And, enjoyed watching you play and you did this really well, and those types of things. So it's important to make sure that we do focus on the positives, especially at the young ages. Because at those young ages, this is where they're shaping their perception of what sport is and whether they want to continue with it. So again, it's going to talk about different things, body language, stuff like that. And then it talks about the fair play worksheet. So you're going to read some of these scenarios and then share your perspectives on these within a discussion. These are interesting. Sometimes I get students that tell me that, yeah, it is okay to go ahead and hard foul somebody who's about to take a shot, perhaps hurt them, because it's allowed in the rules, and it's allowed in the rules so you can do it. So it's interesting depending on, I guess, your level of competitiveness and the level of ethics, I guess, that you have in terms of sport, because I've had these go either way, but it's up to you to answer these and to justify your response in the discussion. And then here's a do no harm situation. And so it's thinking about what kind of things can hurt when they're said to someone in a sport, recreation, educational setting. And then some ways to sort of help deal with that and to make it so it doesn't hurt quite as much. And so this will be worked into a discussion that you're going to complete for this section as well.